Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet, this is the Gaming Saloon for June 27th, 2014, with your hosts, Peacemaker2448, Rampant Epsilon, and TommyGun2442.
Hello.
Hi.
Someone might want to make sure that my mic is actually going quiet on the stream.
Is it? I don't know. Let me listen.
Because OBS is kind of showing a background noise, so yeah.
You're all good.
No, it is going quiet.
Yeah, you're good.
Good.
Oh my god, stop, you stupid.
I ain't changed any settings, so I kind of was hoping it wouldn't change, but yeah, Light of X split at times. I don't trust anything.
Alright, well, E3 has come and gone. We're all sad to see it go.
Aww, it's over?
Like it's been over for like 2 weeks.
Literally.
Yes.
2 weeks. Keep up there, clock.
What?
I said keep up.
He's distracted by Watch Dogs. Nah, it ain't happening.
He's distracted by some dogs that watch stuff. I'm still pissed about Ubisoft not letting me link my fucking account. But that's a whole nother ballgame.
Which, by the way, Glock, you're gonna get a title drop in the game.
Title drop?
Yeah. Or a name drop. For the title of the game.
The title of what game?
Watch Dogs.
Oh, so the name is actually gonna come up in the game.
Yes.
Facepalm.
Sweet.
I'm not gonna tell you when. It just will happen.
It's gonna happen right. Made you think it was now, huh?
Oh, don't worry. He's got a wait on that one. Alright.
I kind of figured. That's why I did it like that.
I'll put it to you like this, Tommy. I only found out about this 2 days ago when I was playing the game.
Jeez.
Does it happen in the story, or...?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say, does it happen in the story, or is it just something random in the game?
No, it's gonna happen in the multiplayer. Where else is it gonna fucking happen, Glock? Seriously.
Maybe he meant, like, you know, like somewhere on the street, somebody was gonna call him a watchdog or something.
No. That's not the title drop. The title drop is Watch Dogs, not dog.
God damn it. Ubisoft, fix your site!
Still trying to link it?
Fuck it. Fuck it? Okay. Fuck it. Right. I'll say fuck it again for a couple more weeks. Now you watch.
Yeah, don't worry. I was just salty about losing my Figuarts Gaim's sword holster.
Well, see, that I can understand. Because you paid good money for that. I'm just irritated that Ubisoft can't fix their shit. That's all there is to it.
Did you say irritated?
No, I said irritated.
I heard irritated, I swear to God.
Then your ears are goofed up.
Oh dear God, there's something wrong with me.
Yes, we all knew that.
Alright. We got plenty of stuff to talk about, even though we're past E3, so let us get started. First up, we got a trailer for Bloodborne. And by a trailer, I mean a trailer we're not supposed to have, even though it popped up on PSN.
Oops.
Yeah. This literally popped up on the PlayStation Network in the store for the page for this game.
Hey, I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna go fix me something to eat.
But he always eats during the stream. I swear, we made that a running thing. I understand, but at times I think he makes it a point to eat during a stream.
Well, it probably doesn't help that when we stream, though.
Okay. Okay. I usually try to make sure I eat before 9 o'clock at night. And he's in the same time zone as us.
I know. But some people could eat supper at like 9 o'clock.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
This is just what I'm saying. Anyway, we got an actual trailer for Bloodborne. We're gonna be taking a look at that. No real new info on it, by the way.
Well,
But we do have info on it.
we weren't supposed to have the trailer, though.
Yes. Oops. Oops.
Kind of the reason for no new info there. Weren't supposed to have it. Of course, you know, there's times where I wonder how much of the leaked stuff we have is actually leaked.
I'm sure some of it's like leaked on purpose.
Because you know they have to be paying someone to leak these. At points.
I know that's kind of a thing with wrestling because, well, here's the thing about wrestling. Anyone who has insider information, you know, if you're on the other side of that, you kind of know who that is because there's only so many people you're on the road with on a weekly basis. There's only so many people around you. There's only so many people who could say this.
I mean, granted, I think it's a smart marketing strategy. Either way. Because you kind of rezone everyone back in on the thing.
Yeah.
But I kind of have often wondered how much of this leaked information we get is actually leaked. I'm sure there's some of it that probably was, oh shit, that was fucked up.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't want to use leaks to just screw with people. Like I would purposely like leak the most ridiculous rumor I could about something I'd be working on just to see people's reaction.
Either that, or if it was me, I would use a leak to the opposite. I would alter enough of it to where you got an idea about what it was without actually getting it.
Alright, my dinner tonight, chicken and potato salad.
Alright. Bloodborne trailer. Got leaked on PSN. Cue it up.
Hold on.
Kind of been postponed until you got back.
Yes.
With something I kind of feel like we could make into a big topic at one point.
What?
The discussion we were having.
Yeah.
Bloodborne?
No.
No.
Leaks.
About
Bloodborne. Is that what we're watching?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. First article.
First article, but it's the second trailer.
There's not two on that page.
Wait, so this trailer was unreleased? Until now?
What part of fucking leak do you not hear?
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about it. Okay.
To reiterate once again, this trailer was literally put up on Bloodborne's page on the PSN and the store.
By the way, we are not professional in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Anyway.
Like it, you ready?
I'm ready.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I thought you knew I was ready.
No!
We're not psychic and we don't have Team Viewer up to see what your computer has. Although that might be beneficial at times. But...
Alright then. Watching the Bloodborne unreleased trailer, which, by the way, it's listed as Project Beast in 3, 2, 1, go.
Why is it still listed as Project Beast?
because this was supposed to get out this early.
Oh, okay. Sorry if there's an echo.
Is it just me or is it running at a lower frame rate?
It
Kind of
is.
seems like it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know whether this
Seriously,
is like
I
you.
said, like I said when we were doing E3, this looks like some dark version of the Grim Reaper. You're going after a horde of guys that are supposed to be dead, but they're not. You're the Grim Reaper trying to make them dead.
Well, technically, you're an undead yourself.
The Grim Reaper was... The Grim Reaper isn't dead, per se, technically, so yeah, it fits.
The embodiment of death.
And you said we weren't supposed to get this early?
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if this might have been one of those they were going to throw it out there and then they kind of stopped.
Yeah, because I could see, like, especially that footage, I'm just like, yeah, they probably don't want to release this trailer that looks like it's running at, like, what, 20 FPS?
It looked like
Yeah.
it was running at 15, actually.
Looked like it got hung hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls runs better than that. I know! I played it! I can legitimately say that now.
Have you beaten it?
No. But I played it. I didn't say I beat it. I've only taken out, like, 2 bosses and a sub-boss.
Of course, you know, the stuff we saw out of Bloodborne, even from E3, really didn't seem like it was running at its peak anyhow.
Yeah, I know, I read an article. I think it was IGN's look at Bloodborne. They were noting that it wasn't running that well.
So I kind of wonder if this is damn it, if this is actually even close to being finished.
Probably not. I mean, From Software has Dark Souls DLC to Dark Souls 2 DLC to be worrying about, and that's 3 separate DLCs. And
Hey,
this
guys.
is probably just now in development. What?
If I get a PS3 or a PS4 and my parents give me an
traitor.
Xbox One, would y'all be willing to get a PS4 and an Xbox One too? Or are y'all just gonna grab one console?
Both probably not at around the same time frame anyhow.
It'll be one of those eventually,
Okay.
but not at the same time.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I was just wondering because, you know, I was planning on getting both.
I mean, right now I have a Wii U that I got for Christmas, so technically I'm 1 down, 2 to go for next-gen consoles, and more than likely a PS3 will be like
You mean a PS4?
PS4.
You said
Well,
PS3.
Yeah.
Bravo.
PS4 would maybe like next year, because the problem for me is the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 just don't have things right now.
That's kind of the same with me. I've
They're
not
gonna
even
have something very
considered.
soon, though.
I've not even considered either one yet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say what I said at last E3. Even with Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 both in the works, Xbox One is yet to win me over.
Yeah.
Simply because, in light of how 343's done the multiplayer, I don't know if I want to chance it with either of them.
But with the Master Chief Collection, wouldn't you think that they would keep the original multiplayer with the original controls?
It's got the Halo 4 HUD, so my assumption right there is that they're going to be running off the Halo 4 multiplayer concept.
Great.
Actually, each of the Halo's multiplayer will be running off the original engine of said game.
Sweet.
Off of just the like physics engines or off of actual gameplay engines. Because, see, that's two different things.
Weren't
Anniversary ran off of Reach's graphics engine with C's main engine for the campaign, but multiplayer was solely Reach.
Yeah. I'm not... They weren't specific, but from how they were describing, if you're going into a Halo 2 map, it's loading up the Halo 2 engine. If you're going into Halo 3, it's the Halo 3 engine.
But say the physics and weapons for those games are going to be different, so I could see them shifting that stuff, but still keeping the base of the multiplayer the same.
I know.
And that's my thing right there. If it's like the Halo 4 multiplayer, it's lost all my interest right there. Because that's too much of a COD ripoff. If they do that callback that the franchise needs and gives each multiplayer its own options, then yeah, I'd be fine with that. Because I like the first three's multiplayer. It was Halo.
I want to say that was the implication of what they were saying, but they weren't like flat out saying it. And this was a conversation they were having on IGN when they were showing off Halo 2 Anniversary.
That's Master Chief Collection's going to be something I'm going to wait on.
Yeah.
Before I make the assumption. And with that kind of has set the idea for the Xbox One and PS4, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. What can I play on the Xbox One that I'm interested in? Well, a Master Chief Collection. You know, might pick that up at a discounted price because I technically own all four already.
Yeah, but you don't have the multiplayer for all of them at once.
True. Like, the most I would pick that up for is, you got those fancy playlist things. That's cool. And, like, maybe the mini-series and the Halo 5 beta, but if I'm picking out a discounted price, I probably won't be in the beta to begin with.
In my opinion, the only thing that I could see for Master Chief Collection is one, the Halo 2 remake.
Yes. That is definitely a thing.
Because, in all seriousness, that's why I got Anniversary.
Yeah. Well, I own Anniversary, too.
Granted,
I never owned the original Halo. So.
Yeah, so it was kind of buying a brand new game for you, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that, and number 2 would be if they do the multiplayer based off of each individual game. But if they don't do that, then really Halo 2 Remake would be the only thing that would grab my attention, and
yeah,
I'll wait. I mean...
yeah, that and Halo 5 are like the only things for Xbox One for me right now. Project Spark, I can update my laptop to 8.1 and fucking get Project Spark.
Same with me. I could spend, I think it's $100 and upgrade mine to 8.1, and there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, although I really wouldn't want to do that, but...
Forza, eh.
Yeah.
But if I want to play a Forza, I'll play the original Horizon on 360.
Yes, Horizon was amazing. That's a good choice.
He didn't hear what exactly I said about Horizon, did I? Did he?
What?
No, he didn't. He just caught Forza Horizon, and that was it.
I said Forza, if I want to play a Forza game, I'll play the original Forza Horizon, because that has a race I'm actually interested in playing.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in Killer Instinct at all, so Xbox One's kind of out the window, whereas PS4, I'm like, well, it's going to be a new Ratchet and Clank game because I found out later that you know that trailer for the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yeah.
They have a game associated with that. It's coming out too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That makes me go, what? Ooh, I'm interested now. Got Little Big Planet 3, which will be fantastic. Trust me. You've got Uncharted 4. You've got... What else? I can't think of anything else offhand, but that's 3. Xbox One's got 3, because I'll add in Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
That's like 3 apiece, and... eh.
It's like one of them's got to do something.
Yeah.
Because you can't even call... You couldn't call Hardline or the New Fish or anything like that because they're multi-platform.
Yeah.
And for that matter, you could get both for PC.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Like
that's the downside right there.
yeah, it's the same with Destiny. It's like, oh yeah, I could count Destiny for for one of the next gen platforms, but guess what? It's current gen.
Yeah.
Well, past gen. I guess it's current gen now. But yeah, it's past gen. Maybe it won't run as good, but... from what I saw, I would enjoy it no matter what the graphics look like. As long as they weren't crap.
Well, how I look at it, they couldn't upscale it all that much, or
Yeah.
they'd essentially be making 2 separate games.
Yeah.
So, more than likely, even the new gen's going to run the same as the old gen.
Okay.
I
The thing
would
we'll get to it.
assume.
I was about to bring up something, but no, we're getting to it in a later article, so...
But,
yeah.
yeah.
Alright, I think we should move on, because we got way off.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Next up, we're going to be talking some of that theoretical Star Fox on Wii U. And by theoretical, I mean there's like a picture there of, I think Miyamoto playing... Yeah, it's Miyamoto playing it.
And I believe that is Falco.
Yeah.
Because that looks like a line he has said. I started to say he would say, but no, he has said.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's all the Star Fox 64 audio.
Just kind of polished and
Uh-huh.
made shiny.
Mm-hmm. But this is talking about the potential of including mechs in Star Fox. Now, this is a bit weird when you look at the quote. Apparently in Project Guard, which was the giant drunk robot fighting, there was a Star Fox logo on the cameras, I believe. Wait, was that? That wasn't Project Guard, was it? Or was that... Project Guard was the other one, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Google search... Nope, Project Guard was the Tower Defense one. My bad.
Ah.
Yeah, there was a Star Fox logo on the cameras. I have different ideas of what would be possible, but I haven't finalized anything yet. Miyamoto said, when asked if Project Guard would be a game of its own, or whether it was a mere prototype that was meant to be part of something bigger. One idea that I have for Star Fox is something like the Thunderbirds TV series, when they had all these different vehicles and mechs that they could use. Not certain, but one thing I think about Star Fox is that instead of just a ship-based adventure that we've seen in previous Star Fox games, there's multiple different mechs and vehicles and things that they use, and maybe with that, the Project Guard style of gameplay could be one element of a sort of larger scale thing.
Okay, based off of that comment, I think he's at least in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because Star Fox Adventures, that was meh. Because they focused too much hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
I liked Star Fox 64, don't get me wrong there. But I really feel like I liked Assault a lot better. Because it did kind of combine what they took from Adventures, gave it more of a Star Fox touch, and allowed you to use a lot more vehicles with it.
Yeah. For me, here's where the comment is weird. He uses mechs, and referencing the Thunderbirds. Now, I've saw the original Thunderbirds way back in the day because it used to run reruns on G4 TV. There's no mechs in Thunderbirds. There are different kinds of vehicles, yes, but there's no mechs. And how I think he's using the word. So where he's getting this idea from Thunderbirds, I have no idea. But I get his whole different vehicles things because of the main 5 vehicles that are used in Thunderbirds, there's a rocket, there is a carrier plane, there is a regular, like, rocket plane, there is a satellite, and I believe there's a sub. And there's auxiliary vehicles that the carrier can carry into any type of situation. There's no mechs. Unless I am just derping out on the vehicles from Thunderbirds, which let me look. I might be wrong. I doubt it. Looking. Yeah, no, not I'm seeing. So yeah.
How the heck?
So that just weirds me a bit. Although I would not be opposed to a mech. Not gonna lie, especially if it's like I don't know, like the Great Fox is now can become its own mech because of how huge it is.
I don't know, because you kind of... I don't know.
What, you'd be opposed to the idea of the Great Fox turning into a Megazord?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I
kind of would be. Yeah.
do I need to show you footage from SPD/Decker Ranger of their base turning into a Megazord? Would that change your mind? Because that's exactly what I'm thinking of when I think Great Fox turns into mech.
I don't know. The inner Star Fox fan of me says no.
Okay, so what you want is them to have their own, like, a brand new vehicle that is a mech.
That I would be fine with.
Okay.
And maybe even something the Great Fox could, like, drop. Kind of like how the tank and the sub are.
So, like, Titanfall it up?
Yeah, I could kind of see something like that working even.
Just in the middle of the fight, like, you're in the R-Wing, all of a sudden this big thing shows up, and it's like, well, okay, we need some backup, and you, like, point to the ground, like, somewhere in, like, one of the big, like, arena fights. You just drop in the mech, and, like, the R-Wing kind of flies over, Fox hops out, hops in that.
That sounds amazing.
That does sound awesome right there.
That sounds amazing.
Or, you know what would be better? The R-Wing actually docks on it, and becomes, like, some part of the mech.
Kind of becomes like the cockpit and...
That would be even awesomer.
And the wings can kind of break away from it and become the arms.
Yes.
Oh, I was just meaning like that, or like Time Ranger, where the little vehicle they ride up to the mech actually becomes the gun. So like the R-Wing becomes a weapon. And like depending on the fight, maybe like depending on what vehicle you're riding in, it becomes like a different piece for it. Like the R-Wing might become a gun, the tank might become like
a rocket launcher or something like
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that
would be legit.
We can't go anything E3 related without you saying that, can we?
No.
But now we're speculating way too far, and I'm bringing in all sorts of tokusatsu references, which should not be that far off for this, because Nintendo is a Japanese company.
Oh crap! Ow!
I could see them doing something like that though, and that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm officially an idiot.
And well, thanks for noticing that. Well, sorry.
Yeah.
You kind of brought that one in the middle of the conversation there. Um, now I lost my train of thought. But that would be awesome for a big Star Fox re-entrance.
Yeah.
I guess would be said there.
Taking it back to the original team. Well, we ain't gotta worry about Crystal or any of that. Much the main fans disappoint.
I don't know. You kind of would have to. Because they'd
Well,
have
bring
to
it in
build
quick.
off of Assault.
Sure.
They couldn't just kind of come back and do a parallel off of 64. They would have to kind of follow in Assault's pattern.
Yeah. That means we have to have Chris, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure people will be happy. Granted, I have no experience with it, because I didn't go further than 64. Like, ever.
I didn't feel like the team dynamic shifted too horribly, but you could greatly tell that shift there.
Oh.
Because it kind of, I don't know, it kind of shifted up the whole witty comments to a point.
Mm.
I mean, you still got Falco and Slippy going at it, obviously, but I mean...
Well, you have a female on the team. Oh, oh dear God, I'm bringing in way too many Toku references for this. You know what they could do?
Oh
No.
Keep... Not that, but keep the original four-man team and have Crystal be like a fifth pilot.
So, essentially, you want them to have a Sentai team.
Yes. We might
God.
we might as well.
Why did I know you were going to say something like that?
We might as well. We have enough pilots in the Star Fox series to fucking make this happen.
I don't think they would be able to really do that because Peppy's kind of like borderline retired.
Well, just replace Peppy with somebody.
Yep, but then you're introducing a whole new character, and you kind of need a game all on its own to kind of introduce that character.
But what if this new character is how we get reintroduced to the Star Fox universe? Because how long has it been since we've gotten the Star Fox game?
That is.
Was
true.
Assault the last one? Because if so, that was back on the GameCube. But I'm wanting to say there was one for the Wii.
There's not one for the Wii.
There's
I
not.
don't think so.
The last game I remember coming out was the 64 remake for the DS.
Well then, yeah. Yeah, the 3DS one. Yeah, I still want to get a 3DS and get that game.
Yeah. I forgot about that one. I need to pick that up because I have a 3DS.
So then that would mean that Assault would be the last one.
Yeah. It'd be
that
a great
was back GameCube, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be introduce a new character, have him be like this gateway character into the Star Fox universe.
I could see it.
I could possibly see it if like maybe they started the game out where you're playing as the new character and kind of get your ass handed to you kind of deal.
Yeah, and you get rescued by Star Fox and all of a sudden you're on board with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would
something
be
like
really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Look at this. We're building our own theoretical Star Fox for Wii U already. And this thing is just in prototype, and apparently they're looking for an external developer to do it, which, by the way, if you want to, hand it to Retro Studios. They're great at doing shit like this.
Hell, if we had people that could do this shit, we could fucking make one.
Yeah.
We're coming up with freaking ideas left and right now.
Yeah. They brought Metroid to like the GameCube in wonderful fashion with the Metroid Prime series. They've done the Donkey Kong Country Returns series, which have been wonderful pieces of games to bring back the Donkey Kong Country series.
Boom! Aced it. Wow. I'm awesome.
Like, what else have they worked on? Let me see.
Oh. I don't know.
They worked on Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. Which that's the one before 8, the one that's out right now, but yeah.
We would kind of hope 7 was out before 8.
Yeah. Yeah, but right now they're working on an unknown Wii U game that's been in development for a few months since Tropical Freeze, but...
They kind of would have jumped the gun, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
A little bit delayed there, Glock.
Yeah.
If you'd quit playing the game, your witty comments would be on par.
But yeah, Retro Studios is great for doing this with Nintendo properties, so I think they'd be a perfect fit for this. Like in-house studios, they'd be a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, I don't know who's, like, under the umbrella of Nintendo studio-wise.
Not anymore, really.
Yeah.
Because they kind of fucked up hard with the Wii.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because we're going to lose a lot of the good ones because of that.
Yeah. I also don't know who else would do that, who could be a good fit for this, because, I don't know. How many companies do you know have experience making, like, Starfighter games?
Not a lot, because that's kind of uncommon.
Yeah, that's my problem. It's just like, I can't think of anyone offhand who has experience making Starfighter games. So I'm like, I can't make a studio recommendation because I don't know. And I only say retro because they turned Metroid into a first-person shooter, and everyone loves it. They brought Donkey Kong Country back as a platformer, and it was wonderful.
Who was the original team for Star Fox?
I don't know.
Or, hell, even for that matter, the team for Assault. Because they did a good job on Assault, in my opinion. Hell, gameplay-wise, I'd even go as far as saying Adventures.
Nintendo EAD was the developer on that one. Let me pull up Assault.
Great.
And we're back.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully. There's no promises, apparently.
Namco were the ones that did Assault. Ventures was Rare. Star Fox Command was Q Games.
Right, Command.
Yeah. That's the last actual...
That's the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I knew there was one more that I never got to get my hands on.
Yeah, that's the DS one. That's the last release, possibly outside of the 64 re-release.
Yeah. I knew there was one more, and I was thinking I so want to at least see gameplay, even if I don't get to hands-on to it.
Yeah. Nintendo EAD, they're the ones responsible for... Well, there's 3 different groups. Well, actually, there's, like, multiple groups under EAD that have all been responsible for various different things. But the ones that have Star Fox right now is the Comprehensive Development Group. That's the one headed up by Miyamoto, producer-wise. But they're also the ones responsible for Super Mario 64 through DS, Pac-Man Vs., Mario Kart Double Dash, and Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Software Development Group 1 gave us Nintendogs, Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii, another Nintendogs title, Mario Kart 7, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, and Mario Kart 8. Development Group 2 were the ones that did Star Fox Command. They made a bunch of the Wii Insert Title Here titles. And they're the ones responsible for Splatoon, so they're wrapped up with that.
Yeah.
Back. I'll be right back.
Group 3 is literally the Legend of Zelda group, because they are responsible for, like, I think everything since Four Swords.
Jeez.
And they're also the ones working on the Legend of Zelda, so the new Legend of Zelda for Wii U, so they're wrapped.
I think in all seriousness, it needs to either be given to the 64 team or to the Assault team. And I only say that because I've not played Command, so I don't know how it turned out.
Well, Command came from one of these. Let me.
Yeah, you said that one was tied up though.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what game you said they were working on now. Damn it.
Command Group. They're working on Splatoon.
Yeah. So.
The original Star Fox 64 was developed by Nintendo EAD, so it's one of these groups that originally did it. I'm not seeing it listed anywhere, so
That's odd.
yeah, I don't unless it's. Let me see. See if I can find the group. That's not happening then. That was done before the restructure, so whoever worked on the 64, the original Star Fox 64, is either one of these groups or they were split up into these new groups. So yeah,
getting them guys is not gonna happen.
yeah, that would be damn near impossible. And to hand it off to somebody else, they would have to hand it off to Namco, because they're the ones that did Assault.
I think they could do it. In all seriousness, because they did good to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I just hope that whoever they do wind up handing it off to actually will do good with it.
Yeah.
Get the guy that did Star Wars TIE Fighter. Everyone that's played it seems to love it. Yes, I know, it was an old PC game, but let them try.
Okay, but you do realize how a lot of these groups end up working, right?
Yeah.
The older they are, the harder it is to try to get the same group.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Case in point, what we just found out about the 64 group, they're more than likely split up amongst all the other groups that are now in existence.
That, or they're one of the other groups that are doing something else, because it looks like all of the EAD groups are working on something at the moment.
Huh.
I want to say, let me double check.
That's probably why they're not able to do it in-house.
Yeah, well, okay, software development number 5 is not working on anything at the moment. Development group number 4 is working on Mario Maker. 3 is working on Legend of Zelda, and they wouldn't be working on anything else, because they are literally the Legend of Zelda team.
So see, that kind of makes me believe that the Star Fox team might not have got split amongst all groups, but maybe against most.
Yeah. 2 is working on Splatoon, and 1 just got done working on Mario Kart 8. They are not listed for anything else.
But you only have to guess that they're at least working on coming up with the basis for 9.
Yeah, possibly. And then the Comprehensive Development Group, which is the one that's headed up by Miyamoto and Tezuka. They're the ones that have the Star Fox game right now, but they are looking for a developer. So just because they have it, they're wanting to give this to somebody else to work on.
Basically, they're wanting to come up with the idea and then let someone else run wild with it.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, is a good idea. If the group knows their history of the game they're working on, as well as have that little bit of fanism in them to just kind of run buck wild with it and do awesome shit.
Yeah, it seems like the only games they've actually done is Double Dash, Pac-Man Versus, and the Super Mario 64 DS remake. They are apparently responsible for Ruby Sapphire, but that was Game Freak as always. I guess they had a role in Ruby and Sapphire's development, but not as much as I would say, even though that's their first listing. So yeah, man, Star Fox is in development. We can only hope that it finds a home at some point to be developed.
And it finds a damn good home. Yeah.
But here's what you do: give it to Platinum Games, because they got something we're gonna be talking about later, and I'm like, I Platinum, you winning me over with everything you're doing, Because you're doing all the right things.
Really?
Alright.
All the right things?
Yeah. They're the ones responsible for Bayonetta and Revengeance.
Oh, okay.
Also, Wonderful 101.
Really?
Yeah, they're the ones that did Wonderful 101.
Wow.
They
Okay,
used...
I agree.
And I forgot the name they were under before they became Platinum Games, but they're also the ones that did Okami.
Wait, they did what?
Yeah, they did Okami. This was before they were called Platinum Games. They were something else. I can't remember the name offhand, but they did Okami.
Wow. Okay. I agree.
Platinum's got a good history with them. Alright. Anyway. We're through 2 articles, and it's almost been an hour.
Okay, let's get the lead out, quit going into other topics, and let's
Yes.
smush through this.
Alright, next up, we're going to touch upon what didn't show up to E3 this year. This may not be everything that did not show up to E3 this year, but at least a list of things that Shack News put together. I think IGN's got a list too, but first up, The Last Guardian, which I believe was confirmed to not be at this year's E3, but yeah.
Wait, they're already confirming stuff that's not going to be on next year's E3?
This year's E3, dummy.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, dang, they're already confirming the crap?
No, what the dipper. Yeah, Last Guardian, the wonderful little vaporware from Team Ico. It's not there. Even though apparently it's still in development.
It's in what did y'all call it? Development hell?
I think the more proper word for it is vaporware. Just a game that exists in in some aspects somewhere, but yeah. I think right now they're like taking it back from the ground up because apparently the original stuff didn't work or something like that. What I heard from my perusings. Next up, down. Free-to-play title announced during Sony's PS4 announcement last year was unknown. I don't remember this game from last year.
Hold on just a second.
Oh, what happened?
I'm getting lag for some reason. You're getting all robotic. Hold on.
Disconnected. Connected. Channel switched.
Alright. Are we good now?
I think so. I'm waiting to find out.
Not me.
I'm getting the 54 plus or minus 7 right now.
Yeah. You two are both fine.
Yeah.
I'm the one getting jittery as fuck. Which I'd expect a little bit. Huh. All the connection issues right now.
See, that wasn't there. Valve wasn't there, but I don't think Valve likes to show up to E3. I wasn't thinking like the
Valve
whole...
doesn't deal with E3 because it has the number 3 in it.
Yeah, somebody made that joke, and I'm like, damn it, why didn't I think of that? I think it's like Gabe Newell getting in the taxi, and he's like, where to, Gabe? E. Ah, screw it, I'm going somewhere else. It wasn't that wording, but yeah, I forgot what it said. It was where he went somewhere else. I think like the whole a lot of PC exclusive stuff doesn't really get noticed at E3. E3 is a lot of console and portable stuff, but a little bit of mobile.
Well, something that kind of gets touched on later. We kind of see that being a little bit more true. That E3 focuses more towards the consoles.
Yeah.
And I say later because our favorite company kind of touches on that. So, yeah. I would have definitely loved to have seen something more about the Steam machines, though.
Yeah.
Because I see it did kind of eventually make their way to the floor, but yeah.
3 titles that have gotten, well, 2 that got press last year. 1 only really gotten press outside of E3, and that would be Gears of War, Halo 5 Guardians, and Mad Max. Halo 5 and Mad Max were at last year's E3. Gears of War, we know Black Rock Entertainment is the one working on the franchise now, that Microsoft owns it. Right?
Yeah.
Although, I think we got like a... Well, that's not the Halo 5 Guardians trailer, that's the Master Chief Collection trailer.
Yeah. Way to go, Shaq News.
Although that's the YouTube fault, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they didn't check the trailer.
Yeah, I know.
If they did, they wouldn't have done that.
Are we gonna watch any of these trailers?
No.
No.
Why would we watch any of these trailers?
I want to know what Cyberpunk 2077 is.
Getting there, hang on. Beyond
Oh.
Good and Evil 2, which was something that got a teaser trailer, I want to say like a couple of years ago. Absent from E3. Cyberpunk 2077, want to say is like a game based off a role-playing game.
I want to know what the heck it is. It looks interesting.
Jen, watch the trailer on your own time.
Yeah, I think we might have covered it last year. I don't know. And finally, Battlefront and Mirror's Edge 2. Got a little bit, but not much, especially Battlefront.
I was about to say, Mirror's Edge 2 was there. What do you mean no shows at the event? Mirror's Edge 2 was there.
Behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah.
really. That's how Battlefront and Mirror's Edge 2 were there. We really didn't get to see the game. We got to see behind the scenes stuff about the game.
I can't wait for Mirror's Edge 2. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like plenty more. Like you could bring up Vaporware from like 5 years ago at E3 that still hasn't seen a light of day.
Yeah.
That does make me curious. Is there like a database out there that keeps track of this shit? Because I want to know. Because I would love to dig through that just to be like, what has shown up somewhere in some capacity that just no longer exists, or that has just been like missing in action for years. Like, what if there's like this old like NES game that was shown off like this one time in a magazine, but it's never seen the light of day? Or even older, like an Atari 2600 game. It just never happened. But we don't know where it went or what happened to it. All we know is it never got released. Anyway. Next up, we got some information on Let It Die.
And no, we won't let it die. No comments?
Connection lost. Connected.
Okay, that was weird.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
What happened?
Only lost connection to TeamSpeak.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
But whenever a player dies, their character's death data, including inventory, is uploaded to the servers. Where another player starts a new session, this death data populates their individual game world with hostile manifestations of previous slain player characters. Essentially, it's the best way I can describe this is taking the concept that Zombie U had, but blowing it up to a larger aspect.
Blowing it up to maximum proportions.
Zombie U, as one of the parts of the game, is that if your character died at any point during the game, you would start over as a new character. But that character that died would still be somewhere in the world. he would just would have become a zombie. So you could maybe get back there, kill that zombie, and get your stuff back. That's what I'm kind of getting from here.
Just let it die.
No, we will not let it die.
Players will begin life wearing nothing but underwear and a gas mask and rely on looting in combat to improve their arsenal.
Great.
I don't know why an underwear and a gas mask, but okay, we'll take it from there.
Well, we don't want people
Maybe there's
nude
gas in the
and
world that's
dead.
turned everybody psycho, and you're like trying to survive.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you
I
don't
love
want
that-
everyone nude and dead.
I mean, I love how you question the importance of the underwear and not the importance of the gas mask. Because I'll be honest, I'm like, wait, you're wearing underwear and a gas mask.
I just gave you a reason for the gas mask.
What?
There's some kind of, contamination in the air that's turning everybody psycho, and you're trying to survive by killing them all. Gas mask is what keeps you
Then
from
why
going
is the
psycho.
guy in all the screenshots not wearing said gas mask?
Wait, I'm looking. Hang on.
Pretty
He's
much.
wearing a gas mask.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I say that now.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's fine. Whatever.
I gave you a reason. I gave you a reason.
But it's not said in any of this information that there is a plague.
True.
They'll release it later. They'll release it later.
Alright, you have to improve your arsenal. It's a survival game. Another factor is important staying alive in the hostile environment. You need things besides weapons in order to survive. The Green River skateboarding across the game logo appears in person within Let It Die.
Wait a second. The person skateboarding across the logo appears in the game.
Yes, the Grim Reaper on skateboard.
Oh my god.
Character creation process.
Will he look like that? That's my question. If he will, that would be amazing.
There will be elements of player growth to be revealed at a later date. There will be an integrated mobile application element. And that looks to be it. Okay, that throws out my whole thought of, oh, this sounds like, this is looking like Manhunt. No, this is interesting. I do like this idea of that all the players' deaths will help build a more complex world for any player. Of course, I would have to wonder what would happen if Dark Souls somehow implemented that, because, oh god, you'd have plenty to choose from.
Oh, God help you.
I know there's a counter for how many people have died in Dark Souls 2 that you can access. And it's a big too.
It's well over the millions by now.
I don't know. But yeah. Okay, Let It Die is sounding a lot more interesting now. Any other thoughts on it?
No.
Sounds interesting. I want to play it.
Alright, next up, a little update to a previous article we talked about. Nintendo actually lost a lawsuit to Philips. In the UK, mind you. Judge Colin Burse ruled that the Wii, Wiimote, Wii Motion Plus, Nunchuck, Balance Board, Wii U console, and Gamepad violate patents set forth by Philips in the UK. However, Briefs decided that Nintendo was not infringing on a third of the Dutch company's patents, which involve modeling a body in a virtual environment. Nintendo seeks a appeal in the court decision as the company believes the two patents are invalid. Philips still has lawsuits in process for U.S., Germany, and France in June, saying that Nintendo's Wii and Wii U hardware are violating the same patents in these countries. In several cases, Philips stated Nintendo violated the patents deliberately. Okay, if they violate them deliberately, this is only payback for them shitty CDI games that they let you develop.
Yeah.
Just saying. You know those 3 Zelda games and that one one Mario game. Yeah, this is kind of payback. Although I think Nintendo refuses to acknowledge those games' existence. But yeah,
I wonder why.
kind of surprised that Nintendo lost the lawsuit to Philips, but they're gonna go back at it. Try to get an appeal with the appeal. I don't know if they'll win the appeal.
I think I ran across something when I was looking through, but I didn't think to grab it because I figured you grabbed something on it anyhow, but that they had actually beat, I'm assuming, one of the lawsuits in one of the other countries.
Oh, so what? So Nintendo's like 1-1 now.
Apparently. And that kind of makes me think that if they did win one of them, more than likely they'll get the others.
Probably. Depending on how patent laws and whatnot exist in other countries. I know Nintendo might be fucked in the US, just saying.
I don't know.
You know
I
how
don't know,
fucked
really
our patent
depends.
system is?
Yeah, and that has helped and hurt a lot.
I know, but I'm just like... Because a part of me thinks this is like one big patent troll by Philips.
I'm sure Philips is just pissed, and they're like, they're making money off of something we should have done.
Yeah.
Let's sue them.
Like, I want to say this is a patent troll, but I don't know. I don't know their patents inside out. Just to be like, is this like the Wii or the Wii U or all this other shit?
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Why wait until a year after the Wii U's out to come up and say stuff like this?
Because it's funny,
Especially not just about the Wii U, but about the Wii and the Wii U.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was just the Wii U that they were going after, I might could understand it.
Yeah, and if you have problems with the Wii, why did you not bring it up at any point when the Wii was selling?
Exactly.
Why bring it up now?
Exactly. This has to be just a patent troll.
Yeah.
And I kind of hope that if that is the case, that they get shut down hard. Because it's like...
guys.
Ooh, I'm flashing red and yellow and green and orange and... Thank you.
Guys.
I just looked over
What?
and it
Block.
go
Spit it out.
flashy.
Everybody went robotic for a second there. I'm just like, guys.
Well,
This
how
time
about
it's
if we
you,
Yeah.
I think.
It was me this time? Mine stayed at a constant 50 plus or minus 1.
Well, it wasn't me because after that disconnect garbage that mine did, I stabled.
It was actually you that went robotic.
I'm holding steady at 59.3.
I say again, the stream went red and yellow and orange and green and all kinds of rainbow colors.
Yeah.
Internet hiccup. But I really do. If Philips is just patent trolling, I kind of hope they get shut down.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, like you said too, if the Wii was a problem, why the fuck didn't they say something?
Yeah.
Why did they wait until the next console came out and had been out for over a year to go and be like, oh, well, you broke patents?
The excuse, they were waiting for the right moment.
Unless they were like
Okay.
in talks with Nintendo about this shit beforehand.
Okay,
Which,
but
that's a
for
long
how
time to
many
be in
years?
talk. Yeah.
That should be something that if Phillips was serious about it, they should tell them the initial cease and desist, and tell them if you don't quit within X amount of time, we will pursue.
Yeah. We should have heard about that far sooner than this.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
Especially it dealing with the Wii. Like I said, if it was just the Wii U, I might could understand that. Because maybe they caught it a few months after release, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, that's stuff we were patenting.
Yeah.
And it took them that long to dig up all the stuff and then tell them, hey, we're fixing to sue you.
It's just
But
one
I
of those.
mean, adding the Wii in there, that's one of those. Wait, the Wii ran for quite a while. Why
Yeah.
the fuck are you waiting this long?
Yeah. I just find it's one of those funny things that of all people to be suing Nintendo, it is Philips.
Yeah.
And these are two companies that have history of working together. Granted, it didn't turn out well. And it's kind of how the PlayStation actually got started, but that's me all getting gaming historian on in here. Yeah.
Well,
Just
that
knowing
and the Sega CD.
Yeah, just knowing a taste of the history between Nintendo and Philips and how that plays into Sony's history, that just makes it all the more like, wow, for me. Because you do know that Nintendo and Sony were originally supposed to partner, right?
Really?
They together were going to create a CD add-on for the Super Nintendo. That's why Final Fantasy VII kind of looks like it is. Wait, no. That's a different thing. But yeah. But Nintendo backed out of that deal and partnered with Philips to create for the Philips to help them out, which led to the Philips CDI, which also led to the Nintendo licensed games on the CDI, which went terribly.
Boy.
But Sony, feeling a bit scorned by this, went on to make the PlayStation because they had already developed the tech for it.
You know, that would have been a whole game changer right there.
I know! There's even there's art floating around the internet of this idea. Like legitimate concept art for this idea.
Because I'm sorry, I know for a fact Microsoft still would have hopped into it no matter what.
Yeah.
Because that's just how they are. They're money soft. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone knows it. But that would completely have turned the tide.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing. Imagine what would have happened if Final Fantasy VII came out on the N64.
It would have been better.
Because here's the thing. You know how different the overworld stuff in Final Fantasy VII is different? How different it is model-wise for the characters is from the battle stuff?
Yeah.
That's remnants of the fact that Final Fantasy VII was being developed for the N64 before it was taken to the PlayStation, because the N64 was supposed to be CD-based, but was changed to cartridge.
Huh.
That's why you have that stark difference between models.
Jeez.
And that's also probably why Final Fantasy VII will never get remade, because you're working on the cobbled together tech of two different consoles right there. Again, just part of those weird relationships that companies have that you never thought they had. So imagine if that shit actually happened.
Wow. That would have changed everything right there, though.
I love gaming history.
And the fact that Nintendo just completely fucked up like that. And then
Yeah.
Philips proceeds to sue them.
It's so much funnier to see things once you know the history. Just seeing that relationship that Nintendo and Philips used to have, and how that gave birth to the PlayStation, and this whole like thing. It's just like, wow. Wow.
You know what it might be?
What?
It might be a case of Philips has just waited all these years for their revenge.
They've been plotting in the background to be like, one day we will get revenge against that blasted Nintendo. They ruined our chances with the Philips CDI to be a mainstay of the gaming industry. We will have our vengeance.
They took us out of the gaming industry. We'll take them out of it. Although I don't think that'll do that.
No. Oh dear God, no. Nintendo's got so much money in the bank that, yeah, yeah.
Worst
They're
case,
set.
worst case is Nintendo will take that money and fund one of the two big ones.
Yeah. I think the statement is Nintendo has to have 10 bad years in a row to even attempt to go bankrupt,
Jeez.
or some like long ass number like that. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'd venture
Anyway.
to say it's at least that or more. Because I know for a fact off of the N64 and the GameCube alone, they made a killing.
And the Wii, the Wii printed them money, by the way. As much as it didn't go over well, that console printed them money. Games, not so much, but console, oh, the Wii printed them money.
Yeah, because everyone flocked to it before they
Yeah.
realized what the fuck it was.
Yeah. Alright.
All they saw was, you can control the game.
No. All they saw was Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
Literally, Nintendo has had that big of a factor on stuff at the time.
Yeah, they have the brand recognition that Sony and Microsoft can only dream of having.
Nintendo
That
could
just-
throw out a rock that has their name on it and people would buy it.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's that name. Yeah, Sony kind of has it, Microsoft not really.
Yeah. Microsoft, they've
Nintendo-
got to have something to show on it, otherwise it doesn't. No.
Yeah. Microsoft's got brand recognition in terms of
PC side of
PCs,
things.
but yeah, not consoles.
No.
Anyway, let's talk Platinum Games. And let's talk the game they've just announced. Now, for those
Oh,
who
God.
don't know,
That game.
yes.
Yes.
For those who don't know, Platinum Games are the ones responsible for Bayonetta and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. They're also responsible for
That
Bayonetta
beautiful
2.
game, Revengeance.
The game that has single-handedly redeemed Raiden in many people's eyes. Like, I swear, this game is responsible for making Raiden a likable character to anyone who's scorned by Metal Gear Solid 2. I swear. They're also responsible for the little title Vanquish, and now they're working on a licensed game. What licensed game? Why, the show that had its new season debut today, in fact, The Legend of Korra. The sequel series to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
And surprisingly, it's a really, 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 really good show.
I could have fucking told you that.
I think I could have too.
Granted, Legend of Korra has its missteps, but Avatar: The Last Airbender is a fantastic show in its own right. The movie can go rotten fucking hell. Like the deepest reaches of fucking hell itself. But the TV series, oh god, it's so good.
Oh, God.
I love how you say that.
Glock, I say that because the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, from something I read, refused to sign anything associated with the movie.
Seriously?
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
That is something I have read.
Dear God.
I don't know how legitimate that is, but that makes me go, wow, that shows how much that shows how much respect the original creators of the TV series have for that bloody fucking movie. And I don't blame them. Fuck that movie. Fuck any sequel that movie has. Fuck any chance of any chance of that movie getting a sequel.
You know what's funny?
What?
What?
I think the only ones that completely backed it was Nick.
Of course Nick would fucking back it. It's like a big cash cow for him.
Yeah.
Why do you think they dedicated an hour and a half of their primetime blocking to just Legend of Korra?
No, I meant the movie that you hate.
I know. Like this show won them awards. Awards. Like when I say After Our Last Airbender is really good, it is an award-winning show. And it's an animated kids show. And it's award-winning. How many kids shows can you say have done that recently?
True.
And I think it's at the Emmys too. So we're talking like the highest of platforms that a TV show can win an award at. And this one won it. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at the trailer.
Might want to get through the ad.
I'm getting through the ad.
Same
Far
here.
Cry 4 ad.
Same here.
And okay, I didn't know about riding the elephant for Far Cry 4, but all right.
I thought they showed that in the E3
They showed
stuff.
We're watching The Legend of Korra, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, we're right now getting through the ad.
Yes, I'm
I
watching a
never
Far
get
Cry
an
4
ad
ad where
on
people are
YouTube. I don't
riding
know
in the
why
battle
y'all
and
get
elephants.
ads. I really don't understand why y'all get ads. I never get ads on YouTube.
You have ad blocker?
Yes.
That's why! We don't have ad blocker!
Why? It's free.
Because we don't want to be dicks to creators that we actually like.
The only thing that I have any kind of an ad blocker for is for the is actually for JTV on the and the only thing I ever use it for is for Gaim. Simply so I don't have to fool with the fucking ads in the middle of the fucking show.
Oh. You know how I negate that?
I saw when you did it.
Yeah, that's how I
Forced
negate
the ad
yeah.
in the commercials.
Yeah. If I'm getting commercial break, fuck it. I'm gonna get the commercial that I actually need to fucking worry about.
I just fucking use the ad blocker for it, and there I go. I don't really watch JTV streams anyhow, so.
I have not watched the only JTV stream I actually watch is that, and whenever Sonic Blue Sky and KZX on YouTube are watching anime, and I hop in there and listen to them talk about anime that they're watching, which right now is Hunter x Hunter. It's like the only two JTV streams I watch. Otherwise, it's all Twitch.
Same here.
Which
And see, that's the good thing, that ad blocker doesn't screw up Twitch.
Yeah.
So.
Because I want to support the people I watch on Twitch, because I watch some guys who make some great content. Even on YouTube, too.
I don't mind ads. The only reason that I do that with JTV is because I got tired of about the third week that I was trying to watch the Raw for Gaim. Fucking got an ad right in the middle of the episode. It's like, damn you! Fuck this!
That happened with me with TokuYuger, and that's why I'm refreshing there during every commercial break, because fuck this happening again. I got that right at the tail end of a TokuYuger episode, and I'm like, oh god, no, it's one of the long ads I can't skip. No, I'm missing TokuYuger.
It was one of those with me, too, and that's when I was like, fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah. Alright, we all set?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, take a look at the Legend of Korra video game announcement trailer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Crap, I clicked it late. Oh well.
Oh well. Activision.
Platinum Games.
Oh, IGN's live on Twitch. Fucking hate the new pop-up ads.
Oh, no, it'll be an arcade title. I want to say that was using in actual footage from the show, but I'm not sure. I want to say that's footage from the show.
I don't know.
Because that's...
It looked like it.
Yeah, it looked like in the finale stuff for season 2. Is what it kind of looked like to me.
I must say, I think it's kind of good to see it on all consoles except for Nintendo.
Damn it. for Nintendo. They get so
Literally,
left out right now.
literally, everyone but Nintendo gets this. Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and PC.
Yeah.
No love for Nintendo.
Nope. But as some quick additional information that I got from a video IGN did where they were talking about it, you can change elements that you're bending mid-combo. On the fly.
Hmm.
You can go fire bending, straight to water bending, straight to earth bending, straight to air bending. All mid-combo, all on the fly, touch of a button.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Platinum Games knows what the fuck they're doing.
I wonder how something like that would work, though. Like, how would they map something like that to make the attacks still work and be able to just swap in the middle?
D-pad?
You think they'd go that route with it?
Well, possibly.
Because that's... I don't know. If you got to move too much, that seems like that'd be an odd correlation there.
Well, what could happen is maybe if you're like mid-move, you can hit it, it will finish that move, and then you start the next attack with whatever bending. There, it's like a quick swap button on the bumpers or the triggers.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. If it's just the bumpers or the triggers doing the swaps, then you could only technically swap to the next one in sequence.
Or you could double tap. You only have to hit like as many as necessary.
I guess I could see that.
Yeah. Yep, they're also
Of
the ones
course,
that did.
that's console side anyhow.
Yeah.
PC side, we all know it's going to be to the mouse wheel.
Yeah, if you're wondering what else Platinum Games has done, they've done Mad World and they've done Anarchy Reigns. On top of the Bayonetta, 2 Bayonettas, and Vanquish. And Wonderful 101. And that was after they renamed as Platinum Games. They used to be Clover Studios, where, guess what they did?
What?
The entire Beautiful Joe series, at least up to Beautiful Joe Double Trouble, and God Hand, and Okami. This was under Capcom. So yeah, Platinum Games has the history of making some good games. So if that doesn't give you hope for this licensed title, I don't know what will. Because even if it seems like an arcade title, it's Platinum Games. They know how to do this shit. Alright. Any other thoughts before we move on?
No?
Any thoughts from Glock?
Got
No.
it.
Alright. Moving on! HQ will rise once more, thanks to Nordic Games.
Really?
Nordic Games General Manager Clemens Krizer said that the challenging fact is nobody has ever heard about Nordic Games before the THQ auction. There were so many articles with the headlines, "Who the f is Nordic Games?" that we said. Okay, they were right. We have seen an uplift in the name of Nordic Games. And what we have also done is we have made a second deal with THQ where we bought the THQ trademark. So essentially, Nordic Games went and by the way, they're the ones that now have Darksiders, that little cult classic where you got to play as 2 of the 4 horsemen.
Cool.
Yeah, they're the ones that have Darksiders, and now they've essentially bought out THQ and now own them. So whatever left was, I'm guessing whatever left of THQ there was, Nordic Games is the ones that now have it. So THQ has went from a publisher to probably now being a name of a development team for them. And I do love that. Who do love that comment of, Look, until the THQ auction, nobody fucking heard of us. And literally articles were like, who the fuck's Nordic Games? Which is true. We were all wondering who the Nordic Games is.
Yes.
Now they're the ones that are doing some good things.
You know, I think that's actually the time that we've actually heard about the trademark being bought.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about games being bought up. We haven't heard about THQ in of itself.
Yeah, we heard just about all the development teams being bought out, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder how much, if anything, is left to THQ at this point.
I'd say nothing now.
Yeah. Alright. Anything else before we move on? Alright.
Nope.
Next up is something you were talking about earlier, Tommy.
Yep.
Phil Spencer, E3 isn't the right place for Microsoft to promote PC gaming. Why, yes, the biggest gaming convention this side of the world is not the right place to talk about another aspect of another aspect of gaming. Wait. Something's not right here.
Basically, we want to focus on Xbox One.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah. That's literally what the bulk of this kind of is going into.
Straight from Spencer himself. I'm head of gaming at Microsoft. When we're doing gaming strategy, gaming focus inside the company, that's my job. I think in a lot of ways, you could argue gaming on Windows has never been more healthy. And that the biggest of the big franchises, League of Legends, World of Tanks, those things dwarf a lot of what we're doing in this console space in terms of use and monetization. They're all on PC. He doesn't say the PC games aren't not a good fit for E3.
Which
Even
kind
though-
of brings light to why OnLive and Steam didn't make it.
Even though one of those games he just mentioned, League of Legends, is now a part of an athletic program for a college.
What?
And
Uh-huh.
and people are getting scholarships for fucking playing games. What games, mind you? Esports, aka League of Legends.
Yeah, literally, League is kind of the basis of esports right now.
Yeah. Why do you think it's been? It's like, I want to say like 90% of the time on Twitch, the game that is played on Twitch. It is the top game 90% of the time, and it is hard to trump it. It takes Twitch Plays Pokemon to trump it. And I think whatever game was being run on at SGDQ this past week would probably trump League. Maybe. Or at least it would compete with it, because it's got enough viewers to do so. Speaking of which, I'll check that now.
Yeah, hardly ever is League trumped.
Well, it's trumped right now by Super Mario World.
Yeah, and who's streaming it?
SGDQ.
So, kind of back to
Just
that.
like I said.
Unless there's some major event, League is going to be the top on Twitch.
By quite a bit, because let's see, Super Mario World 71,382. Most of that is in fact SGDQ, because SGDQ is pulling in 71,569. I know
So-
that's a higher number than what I just said, but the page probably should be refreshed to get an accurate number at the moment. And no, it's not. So yeah, it's cutting off numbers. But League's at 63,441. Guess what's third?
Minecraft?
Nope, that's fifth.
Oh.
Counter-Strike at 29,878.
Yeah.
League is doubling Counter-Strike. League is doubling Counter-Strike.
Because everyone streams the League.
Yeah.
League of Legends is it's legendary.
Fuck you, Glock, for that reference right there.
What? That was a good reference.
So was it? Hey,
That was a good reference.
That's
Y'all are
terrible.
crazy.
that's a terrible reference. 'Cause
That
that's
was a
dou-
reference. That's all we'll say.
That's a terrible double reference on top of that. Anyway, yeah. He was on to say PC Gamer are not good fit at E3. E3 is a retail show. It's a retail show. It's a console show, so it doesn't feel like it's the right place for us to talk about Windows. But Windows in gaming on Windows is critical to Microsoft's success.
Right. This coming from the same company that was planning on shutting down all of the games for Windows shit. Correct?
Yup.
Didn't they do that?
Yeah.
Next article.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
I was about to say, what I have titled for the article is what I assume the article is talking about, and if I'm wrong, I should retitle it in the notes. Just saying.
That's why I caught myself with what I was fixing to say, and it's like, yeah.
Because the title for the article in the notes is correct, right? Because it's kind of blunt. I'm kind of blunt with that one.
Hold on. Let me look. Damn it. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Probably no. You will probably need to change that
Okay,
before
then.
going live with it, but yes.
Because I was going off what the article's title about and only glanced over it, and okay, good. I'll be honest, I mean, maybe, but look, if we can pull in this many numbers, and compete with SGDQ, a huge charity event for numbers, the fuck ain't you talking about PC gaming for? Just do it. I don't see why not. Well, yes, E3 is not the right place for it, but who the fuck else is talking about PC gaming at E3?
Exactly.
Who else is talking about it at their press conference? Who, better yet, who at a press conference has the chance to talk about PC gaming legitimately? I don't see Valve doing one, so that takes them right out of the equation, and nobody else is going to do it. Microsoft's in the unique position where they can talk about PC gaming at their press conference. Because why would Sony talk about PC gaming at the press conference?
They
Why
would.
would Nintendo talk about PC gaming at the press conference?
Neither one of them would because they're both console based.
Also, the only two people who would that had a press conference at E3 this past year, EA and Ubisoft. And you know how much they did? Not much.
Because EA doesn't put enough support behind Origin, and
Uh-huh.
Ubisoft doesn't put enough support behind Uplay.
Mm-hmm.
Because neither company is focused with PC gaming.
Uh-huh.
Uplay and Origin are simply there just so that they can compete with Steam. That's all
Yep.
that is. In all seriousness, if both of them dropped that support and just had those guys help get the stuff on Steam, they would be a lot farther with it.
Yeah. Nobody would bat an eye at missing Origin or Uplay.
No.
At all.
Quite
It's
frankly, Uplay is what's got me pissed at Ubisoft right now. The only thing I've ever seen Ubisoft put out that was fucked up. Just grade A fucked up.
Okay, I see why I said that. Because I read the one word as a different word. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's...
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of games for Windows Live,
Yes.
Microsoft reiterates its support for games for Windows Live. When I was doing up the retitling, I read reiterates as retires.
That's why you put that. Okay.
By the way, I swear I'm partially dyslexic. That's why that shit happens.
That happens to the best of us.
Microsoft continues to refute it that it is shutting down Games for Windows Live down in July. In August of last year, a support update for Xbox.com stated Games for Windows Live will be discontinued on July 1st, 2014. The message was later removed that Microsoft has denied that it's shutting down the multiplayer service for PC games ever since. We are continuing to support the Games for Windows Live service, it said in a statement issued to Game Informer. We remain committed to investing in PC gaming in the year ahead and look forward to sharing more in the future, which you didn't do at E3 because Xbox One, son.
Yep.
Microsoft closed its PC marketplace in August of last year, but left an option for those who purchase content to have access to it, as well as title updates for games that use the service. While many games have been transitioned to Steamworks and away from Games for Windows, there are still some games that use it, like Bandai Namco's. I reversed that again. That's my dyslexia thought. Bring it in. Dark Souls, which, by the way, is a piece of shit.
Well, another one that they kind of didn't think to talk about at the end there, Halo 2 still utilizes it.
Yeah.
Because no one's built a patch to break it away from Games for Windows.
Yeah. Oh, and you know how they bring up Dark Souls? Yeah, that online support kind of sucks. Because you know you can hop in with your friend and assist them, right?
Really?
Well, that's the whole point of the white signs you saw when I was playing Dark Souls. That's people coming in to help you out.
Huh.
You know how hard it is to have a friend of yours have their sign appear to you?
I'm guessing extremely hard.
A fan patch had to be made to fix that.
Oh, you're fucking
To make
shitting
it fucking easier. Because you know what happens? You and your friend are on two different servers and neither one of you knows that.
So they put a sign up in possibly a completely different location.
No, it's in the location that you're at. It's just you can't see it because you're on the different server. Believe that's how it broke down.
It's like you're on server 1 and I'm on server 2 and we don't realize that we're not on the same server.
So you put a sign up and it's on server 2, not server 1.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can be in the same spot, but yet you'll see different shit.
Great.
Wow.
Guess how you fix that?
Fan patch.
No. Outside the fan patch.
How?
You have to restart the game.
Really?
Yes.
Like from the very first mission?
No. Restart the game as in quit the game.
Close it and open it again.
Yes. That.
Oh.
And hope you end up on the same server again.
Well, I've got one better for you.
What?
At least Dark Souls can be played with Games for Windows Live. Halo 2, there's some kind of screw up with 7 that if you don't do the steps in an exact way, you can't fucking play Halo 2 on Games for Windows Live.
Oh, dear
You
God.
have to install a user-in patch that kills the live support for it so that you could even play the campaign, which is what I had to do when we streamed it.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this fan patch also fixes the those lagging issues with Breakdown, because guess what? That shit still exists on the PC. And oh God, I dread Breakdown. If the lag I get, just because something big shows up or some shit happens, shit goes down, it's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of lag.
Jeez.
Because you've seen it. You saw what the fuck happened when that dragon showed up. My game lagged to fuck. I caught lag when I recently streamed it this week, and fuck me if Breakdown is as bad as this. Fuck me through that whole place. Because that shit may be damn near unplayable.
In all seriousness, if Microsoft wants to keep Games for Windows Live, they need to set a team down and tell them, here's the games we've got that have live support. Check and make sure nothing's broke. Because let's face it, the ones that don't have live support, if there's something fucked up with it, there's going to be someone out there that'll make a patch to get around it. What needs to happen is they need to fix the problems that are there and then work on building it back. Because Games for Windows Live was actually something for a little while there. And then Microsoft continued to just neglect it.
It
Yeah.
died. It had a slow, painful death.
Alright. Next up, EA is promising a stable launch for Battlefield Hardline. Which,
Yeah,
for those
how
who
long do
don't
you
know,
think that's gonna last?
I was about to say, for those of you who don't know why this comment is being made, Battlefield 4 has a horrendously bad history of when it comes to its launch.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
remember that one.
I think that's an understatement.
I remember that one.
Oh,
Dear God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Has anyone wondered why I made the comment of EA needs to show up because this past year has not been kind to them? Because you had this, plus let's not forget The Sims 3.
Oh dear
Huge
God.
debacle.
Yeah.
Oh God, help us all on that one.
Yeah. EA fucked up hard.
Let's just say those two. Let's see, that plus the Diablo 3 launch made people really go, "What the fuck" with online. Because Diablo 3 had the same type of bullshit happen to it. At launch, mind you. Because it kind of became a meme with the error that you would get for Diablo 3. Just a little bit. But anyway. Lead multiplayer designer Thad Sasser said that players should expect great stability at launch. A lot of engineers are participating in CTE, community test environment, actively helping with the changes going on there. One of the great things about working on this franchise with DICE is that we're able to take some of these small improvements and roll them into the Hardline game, probably because they're both running off the same engine.
That's probably even running off of 3's engine.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry, Hardline felt a lot like 3, and we played them both pretty close together.
Yeah,
You mean 4?
No, 3.
Yeah.
Really?
Remember-
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it feels probably a lot closer to 4, but it felt like 3 to me.
It felt like 3 to me.
Also-
The way it played and everything, it literally felt like we were playing 3 and it was just a new game mode.
Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna lie, this whole whole browser integration for server browsing and loadouts and bullshit like
It's
that,
fucked
that
up.
needs to fucking stop like right now.
Yeah.
Because this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen implemented in any PC game.
But you know it's working for Battlefield. That's what I don't get. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'd rather it all take place inside the game itself.
Yeah, it's just like, wow, way to take me out of the game. Because I'm like, really? I have to launch everything from my browser. Why? Why is this necessary? Why can't this be in a menu in the game?
Seriously.
Why can't I get the PC version of the console game? Because the console game doesn't have this bullshit. That is the dumbest thing to me, though. Anyway. So expect to see a great stability at launch, and anything we can do to improve the player experience, we're going to take that very seriously and try to get that into the game. The Battlefield 4 launch situation was unacceptable. For the team, it was unacceptable. We have worked tirelessly since then to make sure the gameplay experience got to where it absolutely should have been at launch, and we're focused on that, and we continue to deliver value to the player basis. And the usual Battlefield Hardline release information. Yeah, I have to give them credit. They're at least attempting to try.
I think the beta test is going to help them.
Yes.
Will it fix everything? No.
I doubt it.
Well, it won't. Because, okay. One, there's going to be a limit to how many people they're going to allow in the beta. That's just simple. They've only got room for a select amount of servers to run, so they're not going to let everyone hop into the beta. With that being said, the limits on a lot of betas are usually so low it's pathetic.
Yeah.
And it don't give you a good gauge of the server strain that it will take at launch.
I don't think there's not really a beta test you can do that will, outside of a truly open beta, that will duplicate the type of strain you'll have at launch.
And even then, if the open beta isn't promoted correctly, it won't do it.
Yeah, and you'll only have that for maybe 1-2 days at the most, in terms of duplication. And that's a small window to go, okay, this is what we're going to have to deal with.
What really needs to be done to ensure that they've got everything they need for it would be, okay, game's coming out in November.
Mm-hmm.
By mid-August, roll out an open beta. Run it literally all the way to like the week before it comes out. Or even 2 weeks before. And then just take that last 2 weeks and prep all the servers and get it ready. Because you could take all that data from that month and a half there, and just realize what the servers need. Because honestly, a true open beta, you're going to have more people playing than more than likely on launch day.
Yeah.
Because I know right now for me, Hardline, while I think it's a good game, I don't think I'm going to have it at launch.
Yeah.
After, maybe.
Yeah.
But at launch, no. It's not. It has, but it's not completely won me over yet. So, yeah.
And I want to say, if you're talking about, if you don't want to do something like that, and want to try to do something else, I would say take your pre-order numbers, double that number every day. If that number changes, you double it once more. And you prep the servers until launch to take that amount. And if you're feeling really gutsy, triple it. Triple your pre-order numbers. That thing, you will have access to those numbers. You double them you double them. That can change every day, but that gives you something to improve.
And you know, we mentioned about the Battlefield 4 problems.
Yeah.
I know competitively, one of the biggest issues was the fact that they didn't allow the consoles to have the private servers when they needed it.
Yeah.
Competitively, that needs to be a priority. If they're not wanting to approach it competitively, then fine. But if they are, they need to figure out what they need for servers and have that in stone before launch.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Alright. Oh, anything else to say before we move on?
No.
Alright then, next up, we're talking a little bit about the Division. We got some additional information on it as well. First up, why the Division is not coming to past gen, specifically 360 or PS3. Essentially, it kind of comes down to what you were saying earlier. The Snowdrop engine, which is what Division's running on, is purpose-built for the current gen of consoles. So, if they were to try to put this to PS3 or 360, they would literally have to make another... Yeah.
Have to redesign the engine.
Yep. And they're also different from each other, so you have twice of what you're saying. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah.
So that's why...
That's understandable then.
Yeah, that's why Division's not coming to patched into 360 or PS3 because, yeah, they purpose-built the Snowdrop engine to work on PS4 and Xbox One. Purpose-built it. And by the way, Snowdrop engine built from scratch. So yeah, that ain't happening. Not anytime soon.
Probably not ever.
Yeah. Quick note about the delay, but I'm not seeing anything, any reason why they're saying why they're delaying it. Bigger note would be Division will have microtransactions that will be fair. We're looking at, and this is still being developed, but we're looking at it is we want to have a fair trade, fair transactions. So we want to offer gamers things that they actually feel have value to them. As long as they do that, and you're open with it and upfront with it, this is the cost and this is what you get, then I think you can have any type of transaction in the game. What frightens me is manipulative trading, where you pretend that it's a free experience when in fact you're not being truthful because you don't intend it to be free. You're only saying that to draw people in, your intention is to make people pay. That is very, 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 very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Now, if you are very much upfront about the fact that, yes, this game may be free, but there are microtransactions, that takes a lot out of it.
Yeah, because then that makes you realize, well, okay, I'm not paying a full $60 for this game. I can play it for free, but I just might not get the full experience unless I sink a little bit of money into it.
Yeah.
And something like that would be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Case in point, look at League. I legitimately have bought a few champions. Simply because I know that League, while you don't have to buy champions, you still can.
Yeah.
And I don't mind doing that.
Yeah. You can grind for champions, or you can pay the money up front and get them a whole lot faster.
And I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Because they're upfront about it. And I agree with that. But I've also seen games that are the opposite. And it's really more pay to win instead of free to play.
Yeah. Kind of why I don't do a whole lot of PvP on a free-to-play game I play, which is a Facebook game, and that's Marvel's Avengers Alliance. Why? Because a lot of your higher-up guys have either played the game a whole lot and have a whole lot of the stuff that's there, or they might have bought some of the stuff you can only pay gold for, and that does give them the advantage.
A big advantage.
Especially if they play it a whole lot, because then they'll have access to equipment that I don't have because I don't pay attention to equipment that much.
So, pay to win takes
bit.
its toll there.
That's more
Not
of a
spin
grind.
to win, damn it. Pay to win.
Well, I mean, you do have those spin wheels, so I guess you could technically go spin to win.
Well, I want to say a lot more of it is a grind to win, because I'm sure there's a lot of people higher up that really haven't sucked money into it, but they do play the game a lot, and they grind it to get gold, to get resources, to be able to be at that high of a level competitively in PvP.
Right.
Because there's only so much the money can get you. Like, it can get you the equipment, but it's not getting you the levels. At least not too quickly. But yeah, man. Tease of the future. Essentially says, we have a lot more to show off besides what we showed at E3, so yeah. Yeah, that comment about microtransactions, that is so true. And if you're a free-to-play game, you have to ride that fine line between being fair and going, we need people to pay. Because if we don't, we can't keep making stuff for this game. Because a free-to-play game can only last so long without people paying money for it.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I don't mind. I've paid, like, God knows how much to Avengers Alliance. Because it's a free-to-play game. I like the game. If I don't pay, much like everyone else who plays the games, if we don't pay a little bit every now and again for stuff, Playdom can't keep making content for this game. Playdom can't keep making this game. Because it won't be financially feasible for them to do so anymore. We're talking about a game that's been running for 2-3 years now, I want to say.
Somewhere around that, yeah.
And I've been there since the beginning. Like,
How the heck are you not that high up then?
Because there are time periods where I don't play the game for long.
Fair enough.
Because right now, I check in every day now because I get a command point for checking in. And that allows me to build up points to unlock heroes. Granted, that's a bit of a slow grind for command points, but you also have the daily roulette, which can give you more command points. So that's why I check in every day. But I might play for a little bit, but I'll put it down for a while. Because it's easy to be burnout at this point.
Yeah.
Especially if you come off a Spec Ops run, which is, for me, means I'm playing the game for, like, how long I normally play a game. Because I'm trying to build up to that unlocking of the character. And that is, like, daily playing of the game. Daily. Of you just fighting for... playing the game for maybe 4 hours a day. 3 to 4 hours a day. Just to unlock the character as fast as possible. Because you're on a time limit. So it's easy for me to be burnt out on the game. So I'll step away. During, like, right now there's the PvP tournament up. Which for me, I fight one battle, so I get the free gold. Or not free gold, free silver. And that's about as far as I go, because I know I'm not reaching that gold point. You know, I could try to fight hard to try to get up there to maybe the gold league, so I can get, like, the 10 gold for being in that league, but it is so hard to get up there for me, because I fight an uphill battle at times. Because people, like, higher than my rank in PvP will have better equipment than me. Will have better heroes than me. And it's just a fact of, I don't play the game that often, and they play the game more than me. And maybe they picked up the equipment through gold, or maybe they picked it up through playing the game a lot more than I have. But yeah, I get the free silver, and that's about it for PvP tournaments. I don't bother getting to the point where I get the character, because that's an early access for the character. I get the character later on down the line when they unlock. Granted, that's a lot of command points, because that's 135 for every single PvP hero. And there's 3 I don't have, so... Anyway.
Well!
Yeah. Alright, any other thoughts before we move on?
Nope.
Alright,
No.
the next up... why is that link broke?
Which one?
The next one?
Why is that one? Is it?
Yeah, it's broke for me. Not finding the article. Let me double check.
404 not found, yeah.
Might have screwed something up.
If you did, it would have been me. Because that's one of them I added in.
No, it's the code. I screwed something up in the code.
Really?
Yeah. Because I just cracked it open and it's fine.
Okay, I can fix that. Or did you fix it?
I believe I just fixed it. Yep, I just fixed it.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, it done goofed.
Must
That's
have
my
been when you changed to the title.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Alright, next up then, EA changing for the better. To become, wanting to become player first.
Sorry.
I know.
The day that happens, that's all there can be said there.
Wilson said EA can become a more player-first company in a number of ways, one of which is showing games earlier, like the company did at E3 with BioWare's next Mass Effect and the new IP. Or another ways to do so, releasing public betas earlier in the development process, which the company also did with Battlefield Hardline, currently in beta on PC and PlayStation 4 ahead of its full release on October 21st. Further still, Wilson pointed out that EA's decision is not release Need for Speed in 2014, making this year the first in over a decade without a new game is a testament to EA's new player-first mentality. The company won't release a game unless it's great, he said, even if it takes more time than anticipated to get there. Say the feedback from the game community has been really positive. Wilson revealed a broader EA strategy where the company will now move away from one-off releases and instead focus on building games that people can play for months and months. Wants to move them away from just a straight hit-driven business into a live service business. If you think about Star Wars, I don't want them to come in and play a Star Wars game 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I want them to come in and be a part of a universe immersed in an interactive experience that plays for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months. So, yeah. EA trying to be gamer first.
That's
Although,
the first.
That's a first of hearing any company actually saying those words.
Yeah.
How many companies will go out and say, we are gamer first, or we're player first? Like, really? That should go without saying, that you put your customers first.
Yeah,
Because...
because I was under the assumption customers always right.
Yeah. Like, if you don't do right by your customers, you won't have business for long. I thought that was the point of business. As long as you make your customers happy, they will keep coming back. And you will have business. Yeah. Don't know how helpful that was to show off Mass Effect and the new IP from BioWare, even though I wonder what fucking new IP did they show off? From BioWare? I swear all they were talking about was Mass Effect. Unless I missed something.
I don't know what other IP they were talking about.
Because I keep hearing about this. It's like BioWare debuted some new IP, and I'm like, what new IP?
I remember Mass Effect, and that was it.
Yeah. Unless I just didn't hear them say, oh, we're working on something else as well, and people are interpreting that as a new IP or something. I don't fucking know. I don't remember them saying or showing anything about a new IP. It was all Mass Effect 4 stuff. The beta for Battlefield Hardline... Well... It doesn't help that the Hardline beta is only like 1 game mode and 1 map.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get a good...
2.
Yeah, 2 game modes. My bad. 2 game modes, 1 map. It's not the best judge of the game. Not
Really,
the best
no.
first impression of the game. Because I'm like, okay, you got that one that was showed off in the demo, and you've got this other one, and that's kind of it. And it's all in this 1 map, and I'm like, if this is all that Hardline's got to offer, I hope there's more, because it feels a bit anemic, even for a beta. And not releasing Need for Speed this year? Okay. So... Are you still releasing 4 styles every year? Yes. What? Why, yes, this is the first time we're not getting a Need for Speed game in a year for in over a decade. We're still getting sports titles every fucking year. A Need for Speed game taking a year off shouldn't be surprising. EA going, oh yeah, we're giving all our sports games a year off, should be surprising and should be something they do to actually win people over.
Yeah.
That shit could use a break.
Because, in all seriousness, if you sit down and think about EA,
Yeah.
you only think about the sports shit.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Most people, if you say EA, the first thing they're thinking of is the damn sports titles.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing that EA hypes all the time.
It baffles me, this strategy they have with the sports titles of releasing a new game every year.
I mean, why can't they just do roster updates?
Yeah, because that would be I would think that would be a lot more profitable.
I would think it would be. They could do DLC packs for like $5 that included the extra characters.
Yeah.
And hell, for that matter, what they could do is they could break it down even farther. They could do a bunch of like $1 or $2 DLC packs where you updated the roster for each team.
Yeah.
That way, if you wanted to see, like, okay, say you've got the newest NFL one. We get a new roster out for the next year. But you want to see what a team from last year would do against a different team from this year.
Yeah.
Update the roster for just that one team. There you go.
Yeah. And hell, that would give you more value, because then all of a sudden you have like 3 versions of like the Patriots.
Yeah. And go that extra mile to give them the selectable option where they could turn the DLC on or off.
Yeah.
To where if they wanted to revert back to what the game was at its original state, they could, but if they wanted to utilize the DLC, they could.
Yeah. Or just select the team, have the option to be like, you can play as the 2013 Patriots or the 2014 Patriots. Because they do that now, because they do that with the older teams, like the all-star teams. Because you'll have like the perfect season Dolphins as a separate team from the Dolphins that are today. Or like a certain team that won like a certain Super Bowl or won multiple Super Bowls. That will be a team that's selectable outside of the teams that play now.
Oh, hell. I just noticed something.
What?
I realize why I'm having the fucking connection problems.
Steam?
No.
Oh.
Well, that might be too. I've got Steam up. Shit. I'm glad you said something. That's part of it. But the other part of it, TeamSpeak didn't update.
Oh.
I just happened to sit here and look over, and I had Glock selected in TeamSpeak, and I noticed his said 3.0.15. I look at mine, I'm at 3.0.14. Thank you, TeamSpeak, for not updating.
Oh. I think I updated recently, or else I'd be having issues too.
That explains why at random you will kind of get that faint robotic kind of sound.
Oh yeah, you're sounding that for me too, by the way.
Fucking hell.
No wonder.
Yeah.
The other part of it was Steam, though. I'm almost positive on that.
Of course it's Steam.
I forgot that I had Steam up.
Oh.
And
Check-
TeamViewer.
Checking out all them summer deals.
No, I just left it up since the other day when we were all on it.
I'm actually gonna buy Left 4 Dead 2.
Do it. Now.
Now you can hop in with the rest of us on the...
Honestly speaking, and this is just putting it out there to everyone, if you're gonna buy Left 4 Dead 2 and you haven't already, do it on the PC.
Yes.
You come out a hell of a lot cheaper with it. Because you don't have to buy the DLC packs. plus you get all the modded stuff.
Yeah, you can get true tank mode, which is absolutely frightening, by the way.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's not the tank mode that's in the console version. No, this is the true frightening tank mode of Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, and I will have to dig it up again, but I have it somewhere in all of my files. But literally, there is a level where it is nothing but tanks, and nowhere is fucking safe.
Yeah.
And oh, dear Lord.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on EA trying to be a better company?
I smell bullshittery. That's all there is to it.
No.
Because
Aw.
EA's not going to learn that they don't need yearly sports titles. They're not.
No.
And that's going to be the biggest problem. They're going to sit there and say they're becoming player first. Yet, okay, we already know they're going to have this year's sports titles. So we'll give them that one. We'll just consider that was already thought of before this business strategy was designed. But I can almost guarantee it to you, we'll hear that next year they'll have another set of sports titles. And the year after, and the year after, and it's like, that's unneeded. I would be fine with them doing a sports title every 5 years and just doing roster updates every so often.
Yeah. I would say
Because
that'd be...
honestly, look how long the 360 and PS3 lasted. You can't tell me Microsoft and Sony are both not wanting to make the Xbox One and PS4 last just as long, if not longer. I think that whole, we get a console this year and then within 3 years we're going to get another console thing is fixing to go out the door.
Yeah.
And so they could literally have 2, possibly even 3 sports titles released on one console. If they did it right. And just did roster updates in between. That I think is going to be the biggest thing. Because the rest, if they would quit focusing on the sports titles, they could focus in on like Mass Effect, Need for Speed, Battlefield, and just kind of key into what people want in the games. And actually make them worth a damn. I mean, you've got good titles right now. But what are they holding up to against some of the other stuff?
Bring up Battlefield again, and we were talking about Hardline earlier, and a question that I just thought about. What is that game going to be like? Is it going to be purely multiplayer, or is it going to have a single player? Because if it's going to be purely multiplayer, I get the feeling it's going to turn out like Brink again.
Did Brink go over well?
Brink went over okay at first, but it got boring really quickly because you were doing the same crap over and over again.
Honestly,
there wasn't really any variety to it.
Honestly, the way Hardline's set up, I don't think they're gonna do a multiplayer only, simply because it's a Battlefield title. That's not really been their cup of tea. But I kind of wouldn't be surprised if we might see like a Halo-esque campaign in it, where maybe you have the single player story and then you might have a co-op where you can go with up to 4 people and kind of go. And still be going through the campaign at the same time.
I could see that.
Yeah.
because the way it's designed, that's kind of what I'm getting the vibes off of. Unless they decide to go with the campaign as a co-op kind of experience. But there again, that's not really been something for Battlefield.
No, it hasn't.
Comment from Glyph made me think that how many other companies are doing more realistic simulator style sports games?
I think
I think-
EA's the only ones.
Yeah, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is 2K with MLB. And I think they have the exclusive rights to that. Because EA doesn't make a baseball game. I think EA's got exclusive rights to all the sports games they do. I know they do for NFL. I'm not sure on the others, but no one else is doing them. They're really the only game in town that is doing any type of sports simulation. Now that I think about it.
I do kind of agree with what he said there too. Maybe 2 years
Yeah.
on it, but I don't know. I really think they could benefit even going 3 to 5 really, because you look, you're guaranteed all the teams having a roster update every year, because no matter what sport it is, they shift around. So I could see 3 years even working on it. But yeah, I don't see this EA becoming player first kind of going over too good.
Oh, TK. Yeah. Oh, yeah. TK owns NBA. Okay. I thought they own. I think they own MLB too. So that's 2, but yeah, EA owns the rest pretty much.
Yeah.
I know they're running into a little bit of trouble with their NCAA games because I think lawsuits for not properly crediting the players, I believe, is the lawsuit. That might still be going on, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, the 2K, and they've only got 2, but the ones they're doing that I know of, they're ones they have exclusive rights to. So, oh. All right. Guess we can move on there for our last article of the night. Tommy, I guess you can take this one.
Hold on. Oh yeah, that one. Ah shit.
What did you do?
I've been opening them in new tabs and then I clicked that one.
Oh. Bravo.
All right. Halo 5 to be a quote-unquote real beta. Yeah. What that means, yeah. Kind of don't make too much sense in all seriousness. But, the upcoming beta obviously was announced to come out with the Master Chief Collection, which we've kind of loosely touched earlier.
Loosely.
Yeah.
We mentioned it, but yeah. In an interview with Eurogamer, Frank O'Connor stated that the beta will give 343 the tools needed to craft a better experience for Halo 5. And he said
Wait.
they plan to use the data from the beta to implement meaningful changes to the final product. So, yeah. They want to update anyone?
Tommy, can't you read? It's not 343, it's 343i.
I shortened it even more.
Yeah.
What?
In the article, I kept from putting it all out long because everyone knows what 343i is. And everyone knows what 343 is.
Well, not everyone. Some people don't know what 343 is.
He said, we will be adding a lot of new things in Halo 5, but we want to talk to classic Halo fans about what makes a great Halo experience, and we think we're going to get a lot of good data from them. And it's a real beta. Sometimes a beta is maybe a good way to test performance on your network. We'll be looking at every single aspect of how people play this, and we have a lot of time to actually take meaningful feedback.
So the thing that makes this a real beta is the fact that they're testing everything. Isn't that the point of a beta to begin with?
Yes. Yes. The whole purpose of a beta is supposed to be to get feedback from everything the game has to show.
Yeah.
Including the network.
I mean, one of the biggest things will be the network because, yeah, that's going to be your biggest challenge day one. But
yeah, but he stated that it'll be more than just he stressed that it'll be more than just a simple stress test. That they wanted to take information about how people are playing, adapting, and using the implemented changes to the game. So basically, he's going to see people being complete and utter noobs.
And also going to see
we're gonna purposely try to take the Call of Duty system they have in place and completely just fuck around with it. I'm kind of, and this is just the old school Halo player here in me, but I'm kind of hoping they kind of go back to what made Halo what it was and not what made Call of Duty what it is. Because that's really where they're taking Halo 4 right now, and I really don't like it.
No, none of the older Halo fans like it. I'll admit. I wasn't a fan when Halo originally came out. When the first Halo came out, I didn't know what it was, and I didn't want to touch it because I didn't know what it was. I was kind of skittish around new things. I'll admit that.
Chicken.
Yes, I was a chicken back then. But when I got into it, and I started with Halo 1, I skipped Halo 2 because of all the bad stories I heard from it, but
I don't feel like Halo 2 was bad, I just feel like it was the weakest.
Everyone that I talked to before you guys said that it was a horrible game.
Oh, trust me, there's several people that are like, okay, and I've seen this PC side, because Halo 1 and 2 both got ported. I've seen people in the forums literally say, why can we not get Halo 3 ported? You ported the garbage Halo, yet you will not port Halo 3. Come on. I kind of disagree with that statement. That was the worst one, but I wouldn't call it garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I mean, I was skittish around it. And when I started with Halo 1, and I played through it, and I fell in love with the series. And I played Halo 3, loved it, tried Halo 4, and it felt so much like Call of Duty with the multiplayer that I was ready to sell it. I was ready to take it back to GameStop and say, here, I want my money back.
It just seems like to me that they're making the Halo 5 beta sound special when it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I mean, if they went in and kind of took some of the classic Halo stuff and kind of, even if they mixed it loosely like with the loadouts, I might be fine with it.
Yeah.
Because in all seriousness, Halo 1, Halo 2, they kind of had the same multiplayer setup. The weapons were the biggest complaint with Halo 2. Halo 3, we had the abilities. That was alright. I mean, I was fine with it, but really it didn't change too much. Reach, you had your armor abilities. I didn't feel like it broke multiplayer too bad, but you could tell it was changing.
Yeah.
I didn't bring up Reach because to me it's not part of the main series. Yes, it does provide background as to what happened to Reach, but to me it's not part of the main series, so I didn't bring it up. In my opinion, Reach was a really good game.
But
I
from a
enjoyed it.
multiplayer aspect, that's all built into what Halo 4 is, in a sense.
Yeah. I'm talking about single player aspect. That was a really good game, and I fell in love with that game just because the story was so in depth.
Which, see, that's what completely confuses me. Halo 4 campaign side still feels like a Halo game.
Yeah.
Really, it feels like we're taking the stuff we had in Reach and we're just kind of making small tweaks to it and going with it. It's the multiplayer that I have the problem with on Halo 4. That's literally what it boils down to.
And can I say spoiler? Can we do spoilers?
What spoiler?
Halo 4, big spoiler.
Ending spoiler?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know or no?
I don't know. I don't think
Oh.
I got spoiler image anywhere, so let's try to avoid that in all honesty.
Yeah, we're getting close to our 3-hour mark, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of hope that maybe what it's meaning with the Halo 5 beta is maybe they're trying something completely new. Maybe they finally realized that a lot of the classic Halo players were like, okay, I'll play Halo 4's campaign, but that's it. Fuck the multiplayer.
You almost
I did. I caught myself.
Alright.
They probably got pissed because of that ending, but yes.
Oh.
That ending, oh dear God. Do you think it's possible?
But I kind of hope that Halo 5 beta kind of reverts back to older Halos. But I don't see it happening ever. But
Alright.
anyway, I guess that can move us on to the releases,
Yes. Alright.
so we can end this off.
Yep. Alright. Pick it up from... looks to be June 30th. Let's say we skip over everything that's been released so far. Even though we haven't talked about it.
Alright, that works for me.
Alright. Alright.
Y'all did
June...
refresh, right?
Just now. Why?
That's my quick draw.
Yes, I
Oh,
saw
I
it.
thought you were talking about the... Okay, never mind. Thought you were talking about the other thing. Alright.
From the 30th.
Yep, from the 30th, we got Tropico 5 coming out on the 360. Child of Light coming out July 1st. Starting our July releases on the Vita.
Hold on. Can you explain to me what Child of Light is? Because I've heard some things about it, but I never understood what it was.
It is a Paper Mario style of RPG.
Really?
Yes. And I mean that mechanically.
Huh.
And it's from it's from Ubisoft, and it's I think it's Artistic Studio, their artistic engine. It's the same one that Valiant Hearts is running on.
Oh, okay.
Also July 1st, PS3. That's Gundam Reborn up on the PSN. Sniper Elite on July 1st for PS3 360. And Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution 2 on the 2nd for iPhone.
I have to say, when it first got announced, Sniper Elite 3 was a big thing, but they have toned it down drastically to the point to where you don't hear about it.
And our last release will be Hellraid: The Escape, coming out on the 10th for iOS.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Short releases because it's right after E3.
yeah.
We're in that dead zone from like here to about August where it's just going to be dead.
Yep. So that will move us on to
Quick
quick
draws.
draws, which mine goes out to
Oh,
something.
Shit.
What?
You
What
told
what-
me that you had that in there.
You gotta explain to me how to do that.
Oh,
How to do
oh,
what?
How you do that with your quick draw where you're actually able to put up your name. Like the name instead of the actual link.
You put the
What?
title of it in
File
there,
transfer
and then
complete.
Thank you, TeamSpeak, for saying something while I'm talking.
What now, Glock? Because I missed
You
that.
you
What?
put it in there, and then you hyperlink it.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
HTML code is how I do it.
I have no
You
idea
don't
how
have
do
to
that.
through HTML. Actually,
I know I HTML it.
yeah,
Force of habit.
yeah.
I have
Which
no idea what y'all
luckily
are
works
talking
for
about.
us. Basically, when you're editing it, you
Yeah.
highlight it and you click the little chain.
Yeah.
After you've typed the title in, you highlight it, click the chain, and then put the URL there.
Highlight it.
But, shit, I didn't open
okay.
the window. Bravo.
You're doing all the wrong things today, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
Sure am.
Fantastic. All the wrong things tonight.
Everything. All of it.
Alright.
What
At
did he do
once.
wrong this time?
So much it's pathetic.
Tommy's having a bad night.
I'm having an off night. That's all there is
Well,
to it.
yeah.
Alright, here we go. Your quick draw.
Alright, my quick draw goes out to something I picked up recently, but haven't got a chance to talk to, and that's the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Gaim Orange Arms.
What is it?
It is the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Gaim figure.
Oh, okay.
It's in the RAR of it is in the TeamSpeak server if you want to crack that open real quick.
Or you
Yeah,
can
I
pull
picked-
up on the Twitch and it's there too.
Yep.
Wait, what's in the TeamSpeak server?
The pictures I uploaded.
In the file browser for
Yes.
the TGS.
Oh, okay.
You have to extract it because it's in a compressed file. Anyway, I picked this up this past week, and it has been just a gorgeous figure. Like, my Lightbox doesn't do that good of a job of portraying it, but Tokyo Nation has a far better gallery up. But it is a gorgeous figure, really well done. I can't say enough about this. I have a couple little pictures just as a note. One of them shows the closed and open lock seeds you get with the figure. That's a dime next to it.
Holy
That's
shit.
that's a dime I have on hand, and that is the orange lock seed sitting on top of the dime. It is that freaking tiny.
Holy shit.
I'm guessing it's pretty tiny.
Lock, the
And,
closed lock seed fits on a dime.
I love the whole crest thing right there.
Oh, the 4 crest.
Yes.
That is the pre-order bonus you get with the figure. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick it up because I know Ami restock Gaim. I don't know if it's going to come with the restock, but that stand you get comes with Gaim that has the crest of Gaim, Ryugen, Zangetsu, and Baron to go from 6 o'clock position counterclockwise.
Which picture?
Uh,
Oh, I see
just a
it.
black stand.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Holy!
By the way, you
crap.
can see me in the reflection.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I have a closer-up shot where you can see me in the reflection taking the picture. Also, I got a little bit close for some of these, but I also took pictures of my Figuarts collection as of right now, just to show it all off.
Boy, you transitioned perfectly to that.
Well, I have it up too,
Oh,
so. I can help transition. Yeah. I also got Ostage at the door, but he's facing the wrong direction at the moment because I took it from an angle.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. And that first shot of the 5 Neo Heisei guys together, that's a little Gokaiger reference, as best as I could. And they're really detailed. That's a standard of Figuarts. Really great figure. You can pick it up on AmiAmi for about 40 plus shipping. As long as it's still in stock. I have not checked since, like, this morning, like, today when I heard about it getting restocked. Let me check real quick. I don't know if it's restocked anywhere else, but it's restocked for AmiAmi. Come on, man. Load fast for me. Nope, it's sold out once more. That's a...
Damn.
Yeah, that just restocked today.
They can't keep Gaim there at all.
No, they can't. Yeah, all of the Gaim Figuarts stuff is sold out at AmiAmi.
Wow.
So it's gonna be a while. But you probably pick it up. I know I saw in Monteraki there was one for about 40 plus shipping. Don't know if it's there anymore, but it was there. You can probably pick it up on eBay for like maybe 60 plus shipping or higher. Depends on eBay. Depends on the person.
Yeah.
So yeah. My quick try goes out to the Figuarts. Really fantastically done figure. Baron, a little bit down because the articulation's a little bit limited because of the shoulder pads, but Zangetsu, believe it or not, is better than Gaim.
Really?
Yes. Because you know how Zangetsu likes to hold his shield, like, up against his arm?
Yeah.
You not only get the handle part to do that, but you also get another handle to hold it, like, just flat, straight out. Yeah, and apparently it's, like, it's, like, even better than Gaim, and Gaim's getting, like, really good reactions in terms of Figuarts, but yeah. Tommy, your quick draw.
Alright. Let's see here. Mine, and you kind of spelled it wrong.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'll fix that. I'll fix that.
Mine goes out to something that Google has announced that I kind of am a little curious on.
This
But-
has to be fake.
Probably not.
No.
Google has came up with some off-the-wall names, and as I said when I found the article, when it's something weird named like this, it automatically has my attention. Because Google is just that way.
Huh.
But Google announces their cheap and accessible virtual reality app named Cardboard. Yes, Cardboard.
Well, it's cheap and accessible, so...
Because it's made of cardboard.
Hell, my Lightbox is made out of cardboard, and it serves me well, so...
As of June 25th, which this article was wrote on, Google announced its little hop into virtual reality with the app named Cardboard. Essentially, what the app is described to do is to transform the phone into a basic VR headset. They also have released instructions on how to build a virtual reality viewer to use with the smartphone app. It says here it's constituted primarily of everyday items including cardboard, lenses, magnets, Velcro, and a rubber band, and an optional NFC tag.
I'm sorry, but the rubber band made me think that this has to be some kind of a joke.
Well, no, the rubber band is to put it around your head. That way you don't drop your phone.
He may be joking, but I'm sure that's actually what it's supposed to be for.
More than likely. I kind of am loosely meaning that as a joke, but I'm sure that's what it's going to be.
This has to be some kind of a joke.
I don't think so. I've never heard of an NFC tag. Let me I'll Google that
I
real quick.
honestly never have either.
'Cause-
It says here, released with the app will be a open software toolkit as well as a tutorial on how to start coding. It'll be running on Android phones using 4.2 or above, and they will talk more about it on June 26th, which was yesterday at 10 a.m. Pacific. So I'm gonna go look up
near
our.
field communication. It's a wireless
Yeah.
technology which allows for the transfer of data such as text or numbers between two NFC-enabled devices.
Oh! Android Beam.
Yeah, it's the same thing that's in that. It just seemed like it was kind of a. It's the same tech as RFID, only it's supposed to be a whole lot closer.
Yeah, with Android Beam, two Android devices can touch back to back, and all you've got to do is tap the stuff on the one device, and it automatically sends it to the other.
Yeah.
I happened
Okay.
to think about that after it was mentioned there.
Where the hell do you get NFC tags? I assume they're not cheap,
I don't know.
relatively speaking. That doesn't seem like your a household item.
No, it does not.
Granted, lenses really aren't either, unless you have like an old pair of glasses.
Well,
But
they're easily accessible to get to, because
True.
you think you could go literally to any kind of a Dollar General or a Walmart or anything like that and get a pair of reading glasses.
Yeah.
And usually you won't spend more than about $1 or $2.
yeah, Walmart's got the whole rack, and you can get prescription too. Get it. That goes for yours. Or Amazon. You can get everything on Amazon. Oh dear.
But yeah,
Just sounds
this is
so.
it sounds ridiculous,
It sounds fake.
but I know how Google is. This is probably legit.
I wouldn't be surprised if the story behind this involves a bet, alcohol, and about 2 days worth of work.
Oh dear Lord. No, okay.
But
It is legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I am sitting here
How do you know
on the
it's
app.
legit?
I'm sitting here on the App Store right now, and I see it.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Dear God.
Okay, must install. That. Yep.
Now you're making me bust up my phone.
Are you guys?
It's only
get
on
it?
Android devices right now.
Oh,
though.
damn
Yeah.
it.
Are
Fine.
you actually gonna get it, Tommy?
Yes.
Oh dear God.
You people and your fancy Android phones that can do just about everything, and I probably have a lot more fun with them. Anyway.
I don't know. There's stuff for iOS that I kind of wanted. I think it's that trade-off. I really do. You'll
Yeah.
have some stuff for Android and some stuff for iOS.
Alright.
But anyhow, Glock, off to your quick draw.
Okay, my quick draw. Guess what's coming out next month?
Something Hearthstone related?
Something Gaim
Hearthstone's
Figuarts
Curse
related?
of Naxxramas expansion is hoped to be launched in July.
I've heard a little bit about this, but not much.
It's basically as if it's adding a story to the game.
Wait, Hearthstone
Yeah.
has a story?
This is adding a story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is supposed to somewhat add a storyline to the campaign. And supposedly, as you beat the characters, you're supposed to get them as characters that you can play and that they have different abilities. It's gonna be really cool. It's called the Curse of Naxxramas, and you have to go through the story. It's like it's an episodic DLC. Like,
Oh,
you have
okay.
different episodes for it.
Alright.
And the first wings, I think it's 2. I think the first 2, maybe the first one, it's going to be free, but the rest of them you have to pay for with either your money or in-game gold.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's got 5 different episodes. 5 wings, sorry, not episodes.
Okay.
And it was announced back in April. It was a single-player adventure for Hearthstone. Something that hadn't been created for Hearthstone yet. So, here we go. Just thought that I'd bring this out here since it's, coming out next week, or next month. The prices will come next month, or next week, too, so.
Alright. That's
All
something
right,
to look out for.
that's my quick draw.
Alrighty then. That'll close us out for tonight. But tune in tomorrow as we continue our adventures with another card game, Yu-Gi-Oh! With another episode, another Season 6 episode. But that'll do it. For Glock and for Tommy, I'm Peace. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next round of the Gaming Saloon.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon on our site at tgstgsr.org. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter by following @TGSaloon, on Facebook at facebook.com/thegamingsaloon, and on YouTube at youtube.com/TGSaloon. Till next time.